your name? Speak loud. Can you explain me?
Yeah. Halal and haram. Explanation.
Here, look at me. Look at me. Speak. Come on.
Explanation of halal and haram. Halal, every pork is lawful or clean. Many things are clearly halal or haram. Some are not clear. Which are not clear as halal.
Human life, right? All human life, right? Whether it's a baby or whether it's an old person, right? Everybody needs water to survive. If water had a taste, like let's say, for example, juice, right? Some people like orange juice, some people like apple juice, right? So,
Can you explain me about this? Explain me.
The water cycle has more nature and Jordan said.
they are. I think they're going to come around.
That version is when the sun causes water on earth to
Okay. Thank you. Just come out. I'll take this photograph. Just come out. Sayyid Ali, can you explain me about music? Here, look at me and speak.
Jafar Sadiq said that whoever listens to music, and I choose 10 of my friends, they 5 of them listen to music and 5 did, and 5 of them listen and they took a test. And
Okay. Who is here? Who is? Excuse me. Who is here? Are you here?
Yeah.
Can you explain me? Explain.
Gender implants. Basically, there are male and female genders implants. There's 2 types of genders. It's kind of confusing. There's monoecious and dioecious. Meaning dioecious plants there's only a male plant and a female plant. While for monoecious, there are male structures and female.
Ali, can you go check? I'm sorry about that. Okay, no, but I need to get the stuff from you.
Were you there that one day for your classes?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name?
Medina.
Come on, Mahdi, explain this to me. Here, look at the camera and speak.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Medina and my topic is DNA. And the reason why I chose DNA is because I thought DNA was really fascinating. And in the Quran, Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Kahf, Surah 18, Ayah 64. And in this ayah, it mentions DNA 3 times.
Explain the model. Explain me the model.
The model? So the sun is in the model of DNA, and these are nucleotides. In each cell in your body, we have millions of cells.
Okay, thank you. Come here. Look at the camera and speak now, can you? Please explain me about it. Explain me. Here, look at here. When speak.
It's a piece of space time. It's a spherical object that does not have a surface in the real sense. Sucks up all the light around it. It has no gravity.
Explain now.
So our project was sun and moon. So here's sun that
You must look at here. You must look at
The
it.
moon has no atmosphere, and the moon has plates. The phases of the moon are first quarter, waxing crescent, new moon, waning crescent, last quarter, waning, full moon, and finally waxing gibbous. There's a total of 8 phases of the moon. So here's some facts about the sun. So the sun is like almost a perfect sphere, and a million Earths can fit into one sun.
Okay, thank you. What's your name?
Zainab.
Okay, look here and speak now. Explain me.
I'll be telling you about the roundness of the Earth. Many centuries ago, people said the Earth was flat, like a tray. But we know for sure now that the Earth is round. But many years ago, the Quran told us that the Earth is round.
Okay, thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. Our project is Islam and the environment. I'm Hani. So, first of all, Islam is, as a Muslim, it's our duty to take care of the environment because we are the viceroy of the earth, it says in the Quran. And viceroy is someone putting their power upon a country on behalf of a sovereign. And in our case, the sovereign is Allah, and we're exercising our authority upon earth. And we should not let any harm come to earth. But lately, more and more harm has been coming to the earth, so we need to take care of it.
You speak now.
Humans are corrupting the earth. Allah's creation is being ruined because humans keep polluting the earth, and they keep...
Okay, thank you. Now you explain looking at the camera. You must look here and explain. Please. Loud.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Husaini and my project is grapes. There is a lot of uses for grapes. Some of the uses for grapes are jam, wine, and also a lot of medicines. Islam. One day a person came to Imam Jafar Sadiq and asked the benefits of grapes. And the Imam replied, the grapes are really good for your stomach, it helps with digestion, and many more. My Quranic ayah is from Surah Mu'minun. They're coming to
Come. Now you must look at the camera and speak. Don't look at there, okay? Now explain me about this.
Assalamu alaikum. In my project, I talk about how there's different layers and how the earth is interconnected. And I talk about the 3 things that earth needs: water, isolation, and recycling. Earth is the only planet in our solar system that has a
Wait,
large...
okay, thank you. Good job. Come here, please. Now, you will look at the camera and explain. You must look here and explain. Don't look at there, okay? Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Sakina, and for this year's Islamic Science Fair, I've chosen to investigate the mathematical miracles in the Quran. I will be explaining the scientific and Islamic aspects of each mathematical miracle in the Quran, and today I'll be explaining the mathematical miracles to the
Okay, thank you. Good.
And sometime when we go to
Come here, please. Now, you must look at the camera and explain. You will explain about teeth. Okay, just. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name?
My name is Sugar Jeffrey.
Can you explain about?
So my project is about teeth. So So teeth basically have like different layers of like stuff, and then like a few that you're supposed to know are the enamel, the crown, the neck, and the roots. So the roots are actually connect to your gums by the nerve endings, and your neck is basically full of the dentin and the pulse, and also the nerves.
Okay, thank you.
A photo?
No, sit down. Stand. Don't move. Okay? Now, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
You must look here. And look at me. What's your name?
Muhammad.
Now explain about the elephant.
Abraha was the king of Yemen. He sent some elephant to destroy the Kaaba.
No, start again, but you must look at me. Don't look here and there. Okay? Look at me and speak. Come on, start.
Abraha was the king of Yemen. He sent some elephant, but then Allah sent some bird, and they have stones in their beaks, and dropped them on the elephant, and the Kaaba was saved. The Kaaba remained saved.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Masma Mehdi, and then this is my brother. And we are going to tell you about the Big Bang and Islam. Now this is a Big Bang, but before it was a bit smaller, smaller, and then it started rising and expanding, and then one day it went pop, and everything. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Masma Mehdi, and this is my brother. And we're going to tell you about the Big Bang in Islam. Now, this is the Big Bang, except it was a bit smaller. So, then when it was small, it started rising, and it got bigger, and it started expanding, and then one day it popped, and everything exploded, and everything was very, very hot, and then our galaxy started to form. And our solar system started to form, and our planets. And my brother and me are going to tell you some of the planets. So, Abbas, you start.
This is the planet, the Dawn, Mercury, Mars, and
Okay, say it in order.
Okay. Venus. And after the Earth comes Venus. And
Okay, you start.
Okay. So there's Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, and Jupiter.
Thank you very much. Okay? And keep looking at the camera every time and speak as loud as you can.
Okay.
Okay, you start with your name.
Okay. Should I start?
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Can I start? Assalamu alaikum. My name is Husaini, and my project is grapes. I'm going to tell you the uses of grapes first. Number one use is for medicines, jam, and wine. Islam. One day, a person came to Imam Jafar Sadiq and asked him for the benefits of grapes. And the Imam replied, grapes are good for your stomach. It helps you digest really fast. Now I'm going to be telling you my Quranic source. I got this. This is a surah number 23, which is Surah Mu'minun, ayah 19. When you brought forth you forth gardens of date palms and grapes, therein is much fruit for you, and therefore you eat. Quran 23, ayah 19. This is a hadith by Imam Ali. Imam Ali has said, if you eat 29 dried grapes every day, then you will never get sick except death. Science. Benefits of grapes. Number one benefit is you won't grow really fast and you won't be old. Number two, you won't get a heart attack really fast. Number 3, you get good cholesterol. Number 4, it prevents breast cancer. Number 5, it helps with blood pressure. Number 6, strokes. Number 7, lung cancer. Number 8, constipation. Grapes prevent a lot of diseases. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thank you very much. Okay, start.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sayyida Zahra Bakhri. My project is the Earth. Today we're going to be talking about how the Earth is so special, how it was made so perfectly for life, and how humans are able to live on the Earth. Science. What makes Earth so perfect for life? Water, recycling, and isolation. Water. Earth is the only planet in the solar system that has a large amount of liquid water or frozen water. 74% of the Earth's surface is filled with frozen or liquid water. Because of water, Earth is home to many species of plants and animals. Second, recycling. Other researchers have found out that recycling of plate tectonics is vital for life. When the carbon dioxide goes into the rocks, it gets stuck there, but because of the plate tectonics, they make sure it goes downwards and gets back out in the atmosphere through the volcanoes, which makes sure that the planet will not freeze. Third, isolation. Venus and Mars are close to the Earth, but Earth is in the middle of nowhere. It is far away from the Milky Way, which causes less ways of it being destroyed and having major damages. My sources are livescience.com and curiosity.com. What makes up the Earth? The Earth is made up of many layers. First off, the lithosphere, the stenosphere, the lower mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. The lithosphere is made up of the crust and the upper mantle. The stenosphere is a taffy-like consistency and moves the lithosphere, causing the plate tectonics to recycle. The lower mantle has convection currents and is very fast. Then is the outer core and then the inner core. The outer core is very hot metals in a liquid state, and the inner core is very hot metals in a solid state. Islam. I have 2 ayahs. Surah Baqarah ayah 10 is the meaning. He created the heavens without pillars as you see them, and put mountains upon the earth, lest it might convulse with you, and he spread it with animals of all kinds. And he sent down water from the clouds, and he caused to grow therein vegetation of every noble kind. My second ayah is ayah 164 from Surah Baqarah. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of the night and the day, and the gentle ships which sail through the sea, with that which benefits people, and what Allah has sent down from the heavens of rain, giving life thereby to the earth, after its lifelessness, and his directing of the winds and the clouds controlled between the heaven and the earth, are signs for people who use reason. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thank you very much. Good job. Very good. Okay, start.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Kumail Razvi and my topic is about gender in plants in Islam. For years, scientists have tried to acquire gender in humans to plant life to see if plants have genders within them, and indeed they do. So today I'll be talking about the genders in plants from the scientific perspective and from the Quranic perspective, and then I'll wrap it up with how you can tell the difference between a male plant and a female plant. So to start off with the basics, in plants the male parts are associated with the production of pollen or sperm, and female parts are associated with the production of 1 or 2 ovaries or eggs. And there are 2 types of gender plants here. There's the dioecious ones and monoecious ones. Dioecious means that there's only a male plant and only a female plant, while a monoecious plant is an individual plant has both male structures and female structures on that same plant, and that's what most of the plant population is. So starting off with dioecious, their job is to house the male and female plants on different plants. So how that works is, in order for the plants to house together, they have to be in close proximity within each other, and then usually 1 or 2 male plants are usually tucked behind a female plant in order to ensure pollination. So in other words, male plants give pollen to the female plants in order for females to use that pollen to grow the fruits or the vegetables or the flower itself. So in this illustration right here, you have a male date palm and a female date palm. They're both in close proximity within each other. The male date palm has pollen within them, but the female one doesn't have pollen. So they need to be close together so the male one can give the pollen to the female one, so the female can use that pollen to grow the actual date. And examples of dioecious plants are hollies, asparagus, marijuana, plum pines, poison ivy, etc. There's a lot. Monoecious plants is what most of the plant population is. You've probably seen them, like corn and roses, tulips, lilies, birches, etc., etc. So basically there's two types of monoecious plants. There's unisexual ones and there's bisexual ones. In flowering plants, these structures can be found on can be born together in a single bisexual flower. And in other plants such as squash and corn, they're unisexual, meaning that some flowers are male while others are female, but both are on the same individual plant. And examples of monoecious plants are like, as I said, corn, roses, lilies, birches, tulips, etc. And from the Quranic perspective, the Quran has two ayats in it that confirm to us that there are genders in plants. The first one is from Surah Taha, verse number 53. He who has sent down water from the sky, with it have we produced diverse pairs of plants, each separate from the others. And another one from Surah Ar-Ra'd, verse number 3, fruit of every kind he made in pairs 2 and 2. So basically these two verses confirm to us that Allah created genders in plants, because it says here we produce diverse pairs of plants, and fruit of every kind he made in pairs. Keyword is pairs, meaning the two genders, male and female. And to wrap it up, how you can tell the difference between a male and a female plant is, some of them is by simply looking at it. So from a male plant to a female plant, male ones have, their green color is usually a little dull and not that clean, while a female one is usually bright green, a fresh clean green. And also male plants usually have a lot more leaves, and female plants usually have a lot more fruits, vegetables, and etc. And basically, to wrap it all up, in conclusion, what the Quran stated 1500 years ago, scientists have discovered it out today, and they're still discovering like new things out, like different species of plants, and whether they're male or female. And yeah.
Thank you very much. Good job. Start.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed and my topic is tornadoes. A tornado is a violent rotating column of air extending from a thunderstorm to the ground. Tornadoes can happen any time of the year. If tornado occurs over water, it's called a water spout. Tornadoes alley comprise of following states: Texas, Nebraska, Iowa, South and North. How to stay safe during a tornado? When you're at your house, go to your room or basement, but one of those rooms cannot be with the windows. Next, or you could hide under a piece of furniture. And when you're in your car, just get out and look for a shelter. When you're outside, just get out and look for a ditch. When you have nowhere to go, if you have nowhere to go, crouch down on your knees and lay down on the floor and protect your head with your arms. There's 4 ingredients to make a tornado. First is cold and dry. Second is jet streamer. Third is warm dryer. Fourth is the warm moisture air. And when they meet together, it makes a tornado. And the Quran also tells us about tornadoes. And this is my experiment.
Over? Over?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Start.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mehdi Naqvi, and this is my model of DNA. And some fun facts about DNA is DNA is located inside of your nucleus, and where the nucleus is located, a nucleus is located inside your body and inside of your cell, and each cell has a nucleus. And so other fun facts are, if you take all the Assalamu alaikum. My name is Millie Nakfi, and this is my model of DNA. Some fun facts about DNA is located in your cells, and inside of that cell is a chromosome, and inside of that chromosome is your DNA. And a DNA makes sure that you have the color of your hair, the color of your skin, the color of your how tall you're going to be, the shape of your skeleton, and many more characteristics. And also, another fact is, if you take all the DNA that is inside your body, you pick it from end to end, it will go from the Earth to the Sun 600 times. And as you can see in my model, so each one of these nucleotides, we call these nucleotides in our DNA, and so each little nucleotides, they both have a label. So this one can be A, this one can be T, and A and T has to go together. And the other ones are G and C, and if G and C has to go together, but if G goes with A, then you could have diseases. You could have Down syndrome. Your skin could grow too much. You could bleed always. You could have cancer, and this tape over here, these are known as the sugar backbones. The reason why it's called the sugar backbones is because this keeps up the DNA in place, and the reason, and also because in your backbone, your spine, it keeps your body in place, and that's why it's another name for this. And also, in Allah mentions in the Quran, Surah Al-Kahf, and it's Surah 18th, Ayah 65, and in that Ayah, in Ayah 65, it mentions DNA 3 times, and there's a coincidence. DNA was discovered in 1865, and 1865 is the same as the surah and the ayah. Thank you.